with Jesus in a very personal way, in a very unstructured way, where I just pass the time. Sometimes when you're with your friends, you talk. Sometimes you do something together. Sometimes you're quiet together. And that's how it is when we spend time with Jesus as a friend. Sometimes we talk to him, but sometimes we just listen. And sometimes we do something with him in his name, knowing that it's richer, it's better, because we're doing it with Jesus. And when we have friends, we trust in them. And if you're ever betrayed by a friend, that's a terrible experience. You know that. Jesus is one friend who will never betray us. We can trust him with everything. We can trust him with our whole life. Sometimes we don't understand, but always we can know we're loved, and we can trust and go on with courage. When we have a very close friend, very often we become friends with their friends. And so it is with Jesus. When we're friends with Jesus, we're also friends with his friends. And we call them the saints. Some of them we know, some of them we don't know. But all the holy people who have spent time when they were on earth with Jesus now spend eternity with Jesus. And they want you to be friends with their friend. So think about that. The friends that you have, you want them to know your friend Jesus. And if they're friends of Jesus, they want you to grow in friendship, in love with Jesus. And so do the saints. We honor the saints. We know their names. Today we celebrate the feast of St. Hedwig, who is Queen of Poland. It's pretty hard to be a queen, someone who rules, and to be a friend of Jesus. Very often those who rule are not friends of Jesus. So she's a very special saint in a very special place on earth where it's hard to be a friend with Jesus. She became an intimate friend, a saint. And there are all the others, the saints whose names you have in your groups, St. Faustina and others, the saints who are patrons of our parish. They were all friends of Jesus, and therefore they're friends of you. Think about that. If you say, Jesus is my friend, then you have all his other friends as part of your friendship group. How many of you are on Facebook? Skulls aren't on Facebook, I guess. It's the others who are. When I was talking with the Youth Council of the Archdiocese of Chicago, the young people who are part of the council that represents you and other young people in the Archdiocese, they said, we want to connect more with you, Cardinal. We don't want to meet just once a year. And I said, well, how do you connect to people? They all said Facebook. Every single one was on Facebook. I had to get on Facebook, so I'm on Facebook, but in a very protected way. Because the trouble with Facebook is you have a contact, but you don't necessarily have a friend. No, you can contact someone, but you don't know if they're friends or not, unless you also contact them in a personal way and not just through electronic communication. That's the wonderful part about electronic communication, is you have a network of contacts, but that isn't automatically a community of friends. So you have to be careful, as you know, as I'm sure you've been told, about how you use that. But it's a marvelous gift to have. So I can contact my youth council now through Facebook, tell them what we're going to do, tell them where we're going to meet. And then in those meetings, those personal meetings, face to face, that's when friendship grows. That's when you put a face on the word friend. And that's something that is going to be heaven. We'll be able to be in contact, very personal, intimate contact, without any electronic instrument. No Facebook, no nothing. Face to face with God. and therefore face to face, immediately, with everyone whom God loves.